Paul, can you please tell us more about your company? What do you do and what do you stand for?
Lindsay, AMSCO is a human capital development advisory company. The focus of our business is to assist enterprises to become more profitable and sustainable, and we do this in a number of ways. One of the key ways is to infuse skills into organizations, help them in a number of different manners. We do recruitment, we do training programs, and we assist them with human capital advice, consultancy work. But critically important for us as a very significant part of our business is development advisory work, if I can call it that. So what it means is that we work with a number of role players that we bring together to structure skills development initiatives. So we would bring government together, we would bring development agencies together, we would bring private sector to the party, and we would structure medium to long-term skills development initiatives. We would identify women entrepreneurship, or we would identify agriculture as areas needing improvement. We would then sit with these role players and structure initiatives that can help either a sector or a theme to improve, like, as I said, agriculture, for example, smallholder farmers, how do we bring them together, that kind of a thing.
Cool. Can you tell us why you decided to get involved with this event, the BBQ Awards?
The involvement that we have is obviously linked to the kind of business that we are in. The award that we had sponsored was the Transformation Champion of the Year, and that speaks to us about what we want to see as an organization in enterprises. When we get involved with businesses, when we get involved in programs and projects, we want to see change. We want to see the needle moved on the livelihoods of people. So we get involved in a business or in a community project or a skills development initiative. We want to see socioeconomic development. And what do? You have to infuse people, you have to have the right skills, you have to have the right approach, so you can move people either out of poverty or into greater financial well-being.
You spoke earlier on about partnerships and getting people together, government, corporate sector. Why exactly is it important that this happens at this current time in the country?
There's no silver bullet for economic prosperity. You can forget about it. So private sector cannot do it on its own. Civil society, governments, development agencies can't. Each of them fulfill a role in the spectrum of what we're trying to do. So there are two things that you need to look at when you do economic development. It's financial capital and human capital. We're a human capital organization. So the role that we fulfill is to bring the best players in the market together to focus on a specific initiative. So for us, that's an important thing to achieve, because only when you can do it together will you increase the results that you can achieve.
And finally, can you tell us about transformation? Do you think that enough has been done in South Africa at the right levels in terms of transformation?
I think we still have a long way to go in terms of transformation. And I'm talking of economic transformation in terms of economic empowerment. I'm talking also of gender empowerment. We often forget about that, we forget what inroads have been made, but there are still huge strides to be made. If you look at something like women on boards of listed companies, South Africa leads the continent, and we have something like 15% of women on boards of listed companies. The rest of Africa sits in under 5%. So there's such a lot that you can do. That's just one example. Agriculture, women in agriculture, marginalized communities that are on the fringes of economic activity. So how can you say that we've made enough of an inroad if you still have those inequalities?